right, so
What's up?
what's next?
Oh yeah, what's next?
Yes,
Uh,
what do we have planned? So,
My quinceañera, it's coming up next week. No, sorry,
that's a different personality.
sorry. What we've got next? What do we have next?
So, outside starts soon,
Very
couple
soon.
weeks.
We have a contractor already set up, Donna of
The same woman that did the ceiling.
she's going to be painting. She's going to be doing the simple repairs on the outside to the wood and painting with a scheme that we have that'll. I think she's going to look kind of moody, a little moody, gothic-y. Good. It's going to look good.
It is gonna look really good.
Yeah, we're very excited, and I'm very excited to not have somebody lean in and say, you know what might be a really good idea? Well,
You should.
you know what would be a really good idea? Have you thought of painting the outside of the building?
Yeah, people are very sweet.
And like they honestly are trying to be helpful, but we have thought of painting the building, and
Yep,
we are
yep.
we're very excited to have this building painted. But we had to wait for reliable, with the amount of rain that we get and the amount of fog that comes in Yarmouth in the spring. We needed to wait for more reliable, non-wet weather
Yes.
or else the paint will just be wasted. So.
Yes. So, and I forgot to say with the things that we've already done, the roof has already been done.
Oh yeah. Well,
So, in our last section, we talked about everything that we've done
Yeah.
already. We had a company, Ryan Olson.
Anchors Roofing,
Yes.
and
He was
amazing.
amazing.
And
the
you know
whole
what?
group of guys were amazing.
It's a testament to the fact that they did such a good job that we forgot about it, because
Yes.
once the roof was done and no more leaks were coming in,
We did
honestly,
not have to think about
I
it
haven't
again.
worried about it. And
Yeah.
he's called me several times after a big windstorm asking me to go out and check to make sure that everything's all right, because he wanted to make sure that his work is standing up, and
Yeah.
and he stands behind it. So
He
anyways,
is such a stand-up guy.
if you're in the Yarmouth area, if you're in the Tri-Counties area, Anchors Roofing, amazing.
Yeah.
So what,
Yes,
then,
so the roof on the outside has already been
Yeah.
done. The side windows have been done. Front windows are being restored maybe.
yeah, we're figuring out exactly how those are gonna go.
Yeah.
Because just people have gotten busy, people that we wanted to have do them, or we're working it out, they're gonna get redone, we'll get those fixed up. They're in a much better shape anyways than the side windows were, so,
And then the front doors will have to be replaced at some point because they're just steel doors right now and they're really ugly.
yeah.
And we want something with a window
Well,
in it.
We want to bring the doors back to what they were around the 1908 when the building had been redone. We want to bring in those original
Yeah.
doors again, which are they're nothing crazy, but they're just good solid doors with a window, and they're more inviting and more complementary to the architecture. So.
Yep, it'll be great.
So that's
So that's the actual
that's happening very soon.
items
Yeah.
in, so then the paint is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Then,
Front
we
room.
have to, no, still outside.
Oh, okay.
We have to rebuild our wheelchair access.
Yeah.
And I do want to, there's a little porch off the wheelchair access door. And I do want to do the same penny tile as I did in the front there, with maybe a hello or a hi or something, and something fun.
Yeah.
So when people enter from the side, it's just as beautiful as the front. So we have to work on that, and
Yeah.
then some new planters.
Yeah.
The planters that are on the front of the building are really old, but we don't want to do that until after it's painted,
Yeah.
because we don't want to put anything nice there and then have to
Cover it all in
either
scaffolding
take it
and
away
take it
or
all. Yeah.
scaffolding, yeah.
So just steps.
Yeah,
Um,
and then the back of the building,
though the
there's
back,
nothing really.
eventually the back of the
Yes.
building has a bunch of work to do, because we are going to need to put a proper fire escape on the third floor eventually. But that's a larger process. we're not using the third floor much anyways, because it's just basically a working, and like, it will be more of a renovation zone for the next little bit.
Yep.
We're not worried about it yet, but that's one of the things that will have to happen eventually.
So after the outside gets repaired and painted, the front room, so when you first walk into the space, you actually walk down like kind of a hallway entryway, and you pass a room to your left that will eventually be a makerspace. Now we're hoping to have this up and running already, but because it's kind of working in tandem with us getting the back room ready,
Yes.
a lot of the things that are in the front room right now that will be the makerspace and like art supply
It's
retail
now
is like storage.
and storage and processing, because
Yes.
you'd be amazed how much of antique selling involves washing stuff. Like you'll
Well,
go,
it should.
you
Not
go and
everybody
you
washes
you
it.
go and you find inside a barn, inside a shed, inside a basement, you find something and then you pull it out and it's got 40
covered.
years of dust and debris. And even if it's not 40 years, even if it's 2 years, you still don't want to set, everything has to be washed, everything has to be like cleaned out. It's just one of those things. So we'll pause. And again. So yeah, so there's a lot of when we buy stuff, it goes into that room, and much like the Salvation Army used that room for the same purpose, to sort things, to clean things, to fix things, and then what we're doing now is a lot of packing things back up into boxes, but organized so that they'll be ready to come out onto the floor once we need it.
Yeah.
All of these processes are going to be done in the back area once it's ready, but
Yeah, so they're kind of, like I said, working in tandem. We're working on getting that room sorted, the front room sorted, and all the things in it sorted and packed up and cleaned and all that. And at the same time, the back room is getting new shelving, new desk, just a new setup. And we are gonna try to have like a little kitchenette area for coffee and
maybe
Lunch
even
and stuff.
put some drywall up.
maybe, but we need more electrical done. And the electrician is really busy, so it's working with their timing
Yeah.
and ours and trying to get stuff sorted. So nothing has been really the timing that we thought it would be.
Not by the long shot, but it's all working out, just
Yeah.
not the way we planned it. That's all right.
Yes.
So then but then we need to get that front room ready, because the maker space, we need to figure out where our shelving is going to be for art supplies for the people that are coming and making on a regular basis.
Mhm.
They need to have like a cubby or lockers or something to hold their projects in.
Yes.
Yes, we have to, but yeah, we're in the process of clearing away the extra stuff and
So we
leaving the
can-
stuff we need, so
yeah.
that we can put the infrastructure things we need in there to make it the best possible space for the
Workspace.
public. Yeah.
So we actually did leave the drop ceiling in there, so it was a brighter light. In here, it's much like moodier, and I have like direct light on certain like spaces
And we
and
left
items.
the same click flooring is there, because
Yes.
if somebody drops paint or
Yeah.
whatever, who cares? It's
Yeah.
not, we're not damaging anything
It's
historical.
more wipeable, it's washable, yeah. So we've created or left the room in a manageable state, but we filled it with things that we need to get sorted and
Yeah.
organized.
So that's nothing, there's nothing too crazy about that. It's more about finding the time to organize things properly.
Yes.
So
And with the
what's-
store and finding the flow of the store, it's really taken like a
Yeah.
seat, like back seat to actually running the store.
Yeah.
But then after the makerspace gets ready to go, it's second floor.
Yeah.
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 So right now we have a makeshift kitchen. Our bedroom is what will be the spare room, but it's going to be our bedroom for a while.
Yeah.
And then we don't really have a living room. We
Mhm.
have kind of a table set up.
We have a table and a whole
yeah.
bunch of boxes.
Yeah.
And we have
then
I did take down one of the walls. It's in
Yes.
one of our videos is in me taking the wall
It'll be
down.
in the description below.
But I took down the wall and we have had the plumber come in and put in, it's a utility sink.
Yes.
That's our kitchen sink. And
It's working right now.
yes, it is. It's a
Okay.
utility sink in the middle of a room. And
That will be kind of like a peninsula.
well, yeah,
at
part
one
of an
point, but right
island
now
we're doing
it's-
off, yeah.
It really is in the middle of the room.
Yeah, we
It
have
looks
we have a
really weird.
utility sink in the middle of the room, and but it works.
It's a sink island.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just a sink.
Yeah, so that's fine. Like that's the
Yeah.
thing. Then so we have to start working on installing the tub up there, expanding the bathroom,
Yeah.
and we're going to be redoing the layout, redoing the stairs that go to the third floor, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, so there's a bunch of work. Do you want to check? Some people, but actually, it's all good. I like it when people come to the door when we're not open because it shows that they want to come in the door.
Okay, so second floor.
So yeah, so the second floor basically we don't need to do as much to that second floor. It's decently insulated. We need to upgrade the electrical, just put some more plugs in because when
Oh.
they did the electrical up there, it's all newer wiring, but there's still like
Not enough plugs.
one or two plugs per room.
Yeah. I got more lamps than that. Come on now.
So we have to expand. We have a stairway going to the third floor that is only 2 feet wide. So we need to expand that to 4 feet wide so it's nice and comfortable.
Yes. So it will take some of the like living room space away from where we have, but that's okay because then it makes getting furniture up to what will
And-
be our bedroom possible.
Yes. So and
Yes.
if we can find them, we will put in some of the images from the SketchUp I've done to
Yes.
throw up in there to show you. But basically, yeah, we're going to.
If not, there's going to be a video within the next couple months
Yeah.
of it anyway.
And then that's the next. Those are the next steps. Front
Yeah.
room, office. I need to build some stairs to the second lofty area. But none of that part. The office part doesn't need to be pretty.
Yeah, no. We're
It just
not
needs to be
doing,
functional.
like, finishing
No.
renovations.
No.
It just has to be usable.
But once we get the second floor, we want to get those. We only want to do those once, so those will be finished. Those are going to get done and be ready to go. And
It'll
then
actually have trim and stuff.
the next step will be
Fancy.
going from like a nice place to live to a bougie place to live when we get the third floor done. Oh no, it's going to be bougie. It's going to be bougie. It's going to be bougie for us because
Apparently it's gonna be
it'll be the
bougie.
bougiest place we've ever lived.
Okay.
Come on. It has a view of the ocean on the third floor. There's an elevator to go up into the apartment. Come on. It's pretty damn bougie.
I'm gonna give you maybe 37% bougie.
And we're going to put all sorts of like glitter everywhere.
Do you like a Trump and just gild
Exactly.
everything gold?
Exactly. We'll bouge it up.
Yeah.
And so
Bouge it up. Is that
it is
that's a
now.
word now? Bouge is a word. You're
But-
gonna bouge it.
But we're going to but that's going to be done. We only want to do that once.
Yes.
And it is going
Yeah,
to involve.
bouging takes a lot of money.
So it may not be as bougie as I think, but it is going to be. We do have to pull up the floor that's up there.
Yep.
We have to pull the ceiling because it's just an acoustical tile. Now that
And
it is
it's
going to have to
a lot
go.
of plaster lathing, so we may
Lay
have
them-
to take a lot of that down.
Some of the
or
spots.
lathe and plaster. Sorry,
some
I
of the
always
s-
say it wrong.
Some of the stuff has been done before.
Yeah.
Like there's some parts that when I pulled bits off, there are some freshly insulated, freshly done spots. There are some that have never been taken off and it still has the original cotton insulation in it. So, but we're gonna pull all that off, which I am actually really excited to show everyone because there's still a chance that we are gonna pull something off and find something really cool inside that wall.
We've already kind of seen a sneak peek that we have timbers, not lumber.
Oh yeah, well up in the third floor there's a
But I
spot,
thought that might
but
be the second floor too.
oh no, I'm guaranteed this entire
yeah.
this entire building is timber frame. which means that it's not a whole bunch of small studs carrying the load. It is large posts that is carrying all of the structure. So yes, this is at least the front part we know, and I'm sure that the back part is, yeah, it's a timber frame building. So we are structurally well, it means that we can actually be pretty fluid with what we want to do with the rest of the stuff. If we want to put windows in pretty much any place, we could.
And also, because the heat pump that we did put in for the main floor is ducted, we didn't want to ruin all the walls and stuff bringing it up. So we are actually going to do a 2-unit or a two-head
heat pump. Yeah.
One for the second floor, one for the third floor, and then that comes down to like the side of the building or the back of the building as well.
Also,
and we can control it then for our own living space, so it's not the same as the store.
that way we could, if we decided to, that like let's say January is just dreadfully slow and we said
Yes.
we don't feel like being open in January, we could
Do minimal heat down
keep
here.
minimal heat so that everything is safe, but then we could only heat the parts we're using.
Yeah, we
right?
could totally like air condition upstairs if we wanted to when I'm having like a heat, like a hot flash or something.
That's never gonna happen, is it?
I don't know.
The answer is no, honey. The temperature that you like is normal all the time. So yeah, like we just want the flexibility. So we're
Yes.
gonna keep them as two separate systems.
Yep.
So that has to happen before winter, or else we're gonna get really cold.
Yes, because there's no heat up there right now. Only the heat that really goes up
Rises
there
up.
from.
And there is a
down
decent
here.
amount that we could.
Yes.
Yeah. But still, yeah, we're gonna need some separate heat. So that's.
Yeah,
that-
so that's
and-
got to happen in the next couple months. So you guys will come along for that for sure.
And then
And the same with
The third floor.
the third floor designs. We'll go through all that. Second floor designs. We'll go through all that. And I have
they should
some
each be their
decorative
own video,
plans.
I think.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. But you guys come along for all of that.
Decorative plan marked bougie.
I don't know if I know how to do bougie. I've never had
Just-
bougie money.
it just
I
shows
still don't have bougie money. I don't know how
Well-
he thinks we're doing bougie. No idea.
Too bougie on the cheek. Don't worry.
Oh yeah. Okay, recycled bougie.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. So yeah, so we've got, but yeah, so that we are going to bring you guys along for
Yep.
all the different steps and all the different renos, and then basically in the third floor, it's going to be a ways away.
Yeah,
Because
third floor is like the last. thing we're gonna
honestly, the
do.
third floor is going to become just our bedroom
Our
and a bit of a like a lounging space, a bedroom, a walk-in closet, a nice bathroom. But all of those things are honestly more luxuries than they are necessities,
Yeah.
because we do have other living spaces. We have other bathrooms. We've got okay, we don't have other walk-in closets, but
Yes.
but yeah, we do. Those are last priority, because the rest of the stuff is just more important, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, then we want to bring everyone along the ride and show everyone all the different steps that we take, and yeah, should be good.
Okay, so up next, we're gonna just take a water break and then come back, and we're gonna answer some questions.
Not very well, but well answered.
Okay.